Will it be easy for him? Who the hell knows? Let's go ahead and give it over to Harry and Hugo.
Woof, let's go. G2 ENCE. Bit of train gaming to start off the day. And G2 on that CT side. ENCE's pick, and right now they're looking to continue on their upward trajectory. This new roster's looking quite exciting. European mixes on both sides. And ENCE, they've really got their work cut out for them. G2 looking ferocious these last couple of days. Through thick and thin. Nico pushing up B. He's got the early kill and plenty of support as well. 3 players for G2 crunching this box halls, and Spinks is trying to avoid them. He's letting them go past. They go back down the ladder, and Spinks is now on a bit of a hunt. They have no idea. Silent sneak. Oh no, 2 kills right in front of him. Oh, he misses. Amanek doesn't get the frag off though in time, and now Spinks grabs a molly for the connector and covers the kit. Defuse out the window with Spinks in this position, and now with the bomb planted, a very difficult round indeed.
Man, Spanks, if you catch my, my drift, that was unreal. That late lurk is beautiful. Now, Diha has been bypassed by Nico. They've crossed paths with one another.
Oh, no.
And Alu misses the chance at the trade. Diha, they didn't know about him being deep, but it's cost him 2 of his teammates' lives. And now they're pressuring Spinks as well. Diha's dead in the water. And Spinks having to try and get them off this bomb. Tap it away, needs the ace, and he's gonna get it. An ace in the pistol. Wow, okay.
What a way to start.
That's a pretty sick way to begin this game.
Yeah, like covering the kit, that was actually huge. Just him coming in on that late flank and dropping the diffuser. Like G2, they probably would have won the round off with the bomb diffuser. They were halfway through it, but they have no kit, they have no choice. They don't have time, rather, to chase down the Pop Dog player. And even though Nico seemingly kills everyone, well, Sphinx actually kills everyone. And that'll one-up it. Gotta feel good to start off a series like that. Wind in ENCE's sails, and G2 with scouts galore. Hunter even gets an M4.
Yeah, that's wild. M4, second round on a force from the...
That's the A1S for you, right? $2,900. Ka-ching. I'd love to see you be able to buy both the that Deagle. The A4 and the A1S in the same game, right? Not have it separate slots. Feels like a win-win. And you can buy that cheaper M4, give CTs a little more of a chance. This game is rather T-sided at times, it feels. But Hunter, can he make it worthwhile? They've already heard it rattle off, well, pretty silently. Pew pew. And here come ENCE into that A site.
Yeah, the flashes are good. Hunter is still looking to peek over the top of this smoke. Doto getting close on the left side. Little dink onto Snap. But still, it's all the kills coming up in favor of our boys on the side of ENCE. Things are looking up.
Yeah, scouts only. And a free M4 to be grabbed. If they know where it is at the back of the bomb site, gotta wait for those scouts to peel away or to be killed first. I mean, this is a classic ENCE map, Harry, right? Like, no matter whether it's finished territory or not, we've always seen Alu wreck face on this map. Wreak havoc, maybe. And so no surprise to see ENCE coming in, straight in, gunning on that T side of their choice. The tag. Almost caught Snappy, who was 2, who might still die to the bomb. He's got to get pretty far away. Lots of low players, but they'll move into spawn in time. Snappy won't. I did feel like that was about to happen. Bomb. Pretty annoying at the best of times. So Rifle lost in the source, but ENCE coming in with another round, and G2 still have to eco around the scouts. So should be that 3-0 that we expect. G2, they need a chill. They need a break. Tech problems.
Don't we all? Man. I like how we've just, got to see G2's entire adventure through this group, right, Hugo? Like, we're blessed with having their games every day. And it's always good fun getting to watch G2. Always very enjoyable.
Yeah.
I think now, especially with the changes that have taken place, it's a very interesting team to keep up with.
Yeah, just the fashion that they beat Vitality yesterday.
Yeah,
it's really cool. It's the longest time in a while we've had that matchup, and one that I think a lot of people expected Vitality as favorites, right? As, you know, they got torn apart on Vertigo. That's a go-to map for Vitality. So yeah, impressive stuff. ENCE's work cut out for them, sure, but they're off to a really good start. They've got the momentum, they've got the guns, and they're heading towards B early. So right now, things are feeling good for the ENCE side. Can they keep it that way? G2 have already read into things. They've moved a lot of players towards this B site. ENCE are far from committed, but taking their time to clear these halls and waiting for aggressing CTs, much as they did in that pistol round. Another rotate, 5 CTs in this site. ENCE is still defaulting. This could end up anywhere. That bomb's in main, and they're going to drop into the pop dog. Flash is lined up for Deher, and here come ENCE into the empty A site.
Yeah, this is just free. You're not worried at all if you're ENCE. I mean, well, you know, I say that they don't know it's free, but we know it's free. We're not worried for ENCE yet. There is like this this triple pop flank that's now divulging into a main play, and maybe that gets you worried in the long. I mean, really, nothing gets you worried here, Hugo.
You're giving off mixed signals.
I am giving off some mixed signals.
Are we worried?
Are we worried? I don't know.
Let's find out if we should
think
be.
I'm a little... No, okay, I'm not worried. I've made up my mind, and actually everything is going to be fine because Deher is here, and now I am a little... Actually, Hugo, upon reflection, I am still not that worried. They are just saving.
Well, I'm glad we went on that journey with you, Harry, through the ups, through the downs, and now to the save. ENCE, nothing to lose, everything to gain, but M4 v USP, not really a fair fight. He's looking for guns, scavenging anything he can. And at this point, he doesn't want to give them numbers, give them stats. No more HLTV rating for you guys, as ENCE take a 3-0 lead. G2, they got the money, and the AWPs coming in very early. Sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, some say that, right?
I wonder if we see Orgs in this game, right? Obviously, Nico's using the Krieg as more of a tap gun. Org can do that at close range, but not on this map, like a lot of at long angles. We see players like Karrigan use that Org a lot. And Nico, certainly someone to keep an eye on, but right now the Orb will do everything he needs, taking Alu out of the fight immediately with his own AWP.
Yeah, big scalp to find. And Nico repositioned and in for another main peak. Interested in what ENCE are doing in this portion of the map. Amanak, in the meantime, said his name a little bit weirdly there.
Mr. Knack.
Mr. Knack, of course. Oh. And Mr. Nico, it's not gone well for him. We lost Mr. Knack.
Through the smoke.
Jax?
He knows.
Oh no!
What?
But Dia still beats him in the head-to-head. This isn't going how it's meant to at all. Dia still creeping into this bomb site, and even though Nexa gets that trade, the only chance he's got is if Doto gives up his position and gives over the 1v1, which lo and behold is what has happened. Oh dear. Snappy with the AWP down into the B site. It was a 2v1. Now it's a 1v1. Well, I mean, it was a 3v1 at one point in time, right?
Yeah, you can't blame Deher though. He got 3 out of his position.
Deher's totally fine, right? He's exempt from being bought into this.
This was a 2-on-1.
This was Doto and Snappy divided between A and B. Luckily enough, Nexa was all the way over at the A site. So this is going to waste a lot of time. This has kind of improved Snappy's odds a little bit here.
He's got a molly as well. Nexa doesn't have a smoke. He does have a Molotov of his own, could throw that in the halls, but there's just very little you can do with him to molly on the bomb. And already, as we've noted, time has disappeared as Nexa has to go on this long rotation. And at this point, what can you even do? Drop the molly late and try and stick the bomb? Sure, but he can come down the ramp or even just run through the fire and flames. Oh, the nade is good, but the time is not. That nade slowed down Snappy on the re-peak, but he knew he had to go for it. Nice try for Nexa, just not enough time, right? Even after he kills Doto in that B bomb site, the call is made. Oh, B's clear, bring the bomb B. Snappy is, and then Doto dies, and Snappy goes, well, I fancy my odds, I'll give it a go, I'll run down the ramp, and at that point, Nexa is a long way away. Just moving around the map, and yeah, rubbing the hands, feeling good. We saw Snappy getting real hyped just the other day, and so it's actually kind of cool to see him back in this team, right? Like, I say back, but in this team, you know, away from the Danes into a European mix, lot of experience. And I like this like mix of, you know, not even just old and new, but like more
New and old.
Yeah, new and old. That's a better way of doing it for sure. Right, we got the old guard of Alu. We got Snappy here. Also got some newer guys to this level, like Sphinx, like Doto. So let's see, because right now 4 are up against G2. Everything to be happy about. The late flash out ramp. They need to check the spools. Doto does, but Hunter's going to pick him up. Sphinx and Snappy both getting entries into this B bomb site, and this is only an eco for G2, but it's falling apart.
Yeah, it's nice and dominant. That's exactly what you wanted if you're ENCE, right? You want to keep G2 on this back foot for as long as you can. Keep them vulnerable. Keep building up your money. And that's the key to a good first half here. Nico just looking for damage at this point in time. Sphinx not going to give any away. And he's cemented the round with 3. He's looking really impressive as Sphinx. Real good. 5-0 for ENCE, another buy coming in for G2. This is where we want to get a bit more mileage out of this double AWP, right? We've had moments of brilliance from Nico, but Amanek struggling early on. We're only 5 rounds in, though, so he does get a pass for now. Gotta say, big fan that Diha's in this squad.
Yeah.
We've done some pugging with Diha.
Against his will.
Against his will, but occasionally with his will.
Yeah. Teammates and enemies in the realms of ESCA. Turns out you really can play with the pros, that being Harry. Pretty good. Amanek orb smoked off. He is on this lurk again. He got 3 from Ivy last time around. No way he should be getting that much done this time. That's a good nade for Nico. How much? Oh, painted in red. Blood on the wall. And flashes into the B site. They're not waiting around.
In they go, yeah. Very aggressive down through the ramp. Nex has gone right away, so suddenly this becomes Nico's problem to contain these players spilling over into the B bomb site, but he can't do it. He's just going to set up and wait to play retake with the rest of his team. Going aggressive is Sphinx again, but this time Nico's ready for it. Ready is one thing, though. Deleted through the ramp, and it might just be the save straight up now. 2 on 4, they're getting out of there.
They even killed the Ivy Lurk. There was no question about it, right? Like, Amanek's waiting. He's trying to shuffle his teammate in AK, but gets rid of Diha almost instantly, and ENCE just explode into the B bomb site, not deterred by that big grenade that Nico threw. And ENCE just running wild right now. Doto even stalls his upper peak too, which is really nice. Catching, I think it was Nexa up on the top. Not just rushing out, knowing he's alone in his position. Right now, it is Sphinx v the world. 12 and 2, next best teammate on 4. Not even close. So let's see if this young gun can keep things up, because ENCE, you had to drop a round, and G2 now having to call the first tactical timeout to figure things out. They've not got the money to rebuy, really. They wanted to drop over 2 M4s. Would limit them, but see what they do. Deagle out for Nexa already, so it should just be this half buy round, the weapons saved, giving you at least that full investment in round number 8. But that's a dominant scoreline to be up against, right? 7-0 down potentially before you have your next rifle round. ENCE have won their T side already. Anything else is just bonus rounds, and ENCE, they're looking for every bonus they can find. Never want to take your eyes off the road taking on a team like G2. And this has got to feel good for ENCE, for Natu as well, right? Like, I know we're early days, I don't want to jinx it, but, you know, going from the trials and tribulations of previous ENCE rosters into this ragtag bag of individual talent. And right now, running wild out into the A site, the 2 guns doing everything they need. Hunter's got a Nova for crying out loud. Amanek through the smoke, dead to Alu, who now goes on top of the train, his home ground. The nade can finish the job. Nico's low, dodges it, but Jax doesn't, down to half.
Yeah, Nexus got a long main flank coming in. The longer these players in the inside of the site are able to deny this bomb any progress, the better. The more valuable this flank becomes. G2 know that it's an A play. They know they've got them trapped out in the yard, but Alu is still taking names.
Oh,
Snappy holding on for the wrap round, and there he is getting rewarded for it. Nexa now gone. A lot of the pressure removed for ENCE. And this decision to slow it right down in the 3-on, well, you know, what was like a 3-on-4, it's proved pivotal. And Alu still just reclaiming players left and right. ENCE now overflowing into A, and Hunter wrapping all the way through B with his Nova. Looking like a 7th on the board for ENCE, unless Hunter's got a 1v3 in him with a Nova.
Yeah.
But, you know, while it would be cool, and we'd all love it, as much as we hate it, it would be unreal.
I don't know if you saw that.
It's not going to happen.
I don't know if you saw that video of the Nova. Due to how the bullet spread of the shotguns are in this game, if you aim to the right of the head, you can get a Nova headshot at some serious range 100% of the time. If you aim at the same place, very difficult and very hard to not aim where you, in theory, should be, right? But let's see if Hunter's prepared. Yeah, you just don't have time to react. Snappy takes him down with a 2nd kill on the flank. And yeah, it's not like Hunter wanted to flank with a shotgun there. He was hoping they would come B after killing Nexa on the big wrap, but ENCE just hold on. Alu, 2 of his 3 kills are just from re-peeking the same angle. Look, no, it's not the same replay twice. Those are 2 different opponents. He just hangs out at Old Hell and gets fed. Gotta feel good if you're ENCE. Full belly and full money. 7-0 G2 with this gun round. Gotta make it worth its weight.
Oh,
no.
That should have been a kill, Nico.
Put it on the counter, Harry.
Yeah.
Yanko's interested. Yanko wants to know. He's not alone.
That's, Amanek getting mopped up as a result. Snappy causing chaos on his deep sandwich position.
I'm sliding balls over on my abacus as we speak.
Oh, no. Jax will at least get the trade, but it's still a huge 2-for-1 for Snappy. He's done his work. Nico repositioning back to Ivy again, and they don't account for him. Nico takes it back under control.
Do I slide them back now?
Yeah, that undoes the misses. Nico with a big double, and he's caused some trouble to ENCE. Doto out through upper into B, gives the call that this site is clear, and has now been given a timing to get very aggressive, a lot deeper than G2 are going to be ready for. On plant coming in, rotation's now beginning, but with Doto pushed up close, he can have Connector on lockdown. Only man you got to worry about is Nico with freedom to take this fight onto Alu at upper.
Oh, Doto's even looking into the light. You have that on Mirage mid-window. He can see if anyone comes through the smoke, if the light is blocked. Big brain and great aim. He's going to find Nico with the AWP after 2. Spots another double peek dropping in. Nexa gets the kill, and he's traded by Alu with no molly for the bomb. It's not a worry, but it's an open plant. Jax needs to get on it soon, and Alu might not give him the room. Peeking in from upper. Jax is on the stick, and Alu does not care. 8-0 for ENCE. Too easy, man. They should make that their catchphrase, Harry.
Yeah, too easy for ENCE.
Maybe take out the 2. But I think it could work.
That's the thing about this Finnish esports organization from Finland, ENCE. Everything seems so easy for them.
Yeah, I don't get it. How does it work? My oh my, this is what train can feel like in your pugs, man. Like T-side, you can't get out main without
believe me, I played versus Diha on train, and this is actually a lot like what it feels like.
I dropped into pop and got M249. I remember that.
Diha's a little rat, and everyone knows it.
Leave the poor guy alone. Yeah, he started off with that big 3K in the first gun round. Now he's been pretty quiet since, but not needed to step up, right? Supporting cast around him. Alu on the AWP, Sphinx as well. Everyone's had their moments. G2 haven't, though. A moment of silence, perhaps. But after their quick tack break, they're back in with a buy round, a half buy round. Excuse me, Deegs and Scouts. I like this nade that we've been seeing, the different variations of it to catch an aggressive ramp player. G2 set a precedent by doing that in the pistol, but haven't done it since in any precarious position. ENCE is still wary of it, though. Double Ivy setup for the T side. No one watching it for G2, right? Taking risks, gambling on an eco like this with 3 and B. ENCE have gone for a lot of inner hits. It's not a bad call. But it does rely on ENCE just kind of gung-ho, hopping into the B bomb site without clearing anything out. And so far, they've been pretty meticulous about checking it around the map. Giving some show on Ivy. Dropping mollies in pop. And this default is as slow as they come. This is one that G2 do not want to be up against. That's a dirty smoke. Where is that going for Diha? Back over the green train into this A site. Usually seen that thrown from pop, but those open skyboxes give you a lot more room to work, and Diha spray to the second almost finishes the job.
Yeah, much slower round this time from ENCE, right? Instead, just working this Ivy control, but it's worked out well for them. G2 all posted up towards Old Bomb and CT. Very rough spot to be in. They're hoping that this scout on Hunter can do some damage from a range. Even then, D has come in with the wraparound. Will get cancelled out thanks to the Deeg and scout combo. With the bomb planted, a 3-on-3, Alu holding with this AWP, and no more peeks getting given to G2. This is going to be a pretty rough retake to even attempt. Half the time ticked off this bomb. If they are going to go for it, they've got to go now. And in they come. Out through Ivy, out through Khan. Nobody on that bomb yet. And time is the real enemy of G2 here. They're playing for kills. They get a couple. They bring it down just to Alu. But it's still an ENCE round at the end of the day.
Even he knows it. Doesn't even have to check the bomb. No chance with that eco that you have a kit. Would have been nice sometimes to see kits on ecos, right? Like just a little bit more than we do already. But a lot of the time you're just being realistic. More often than not, you're just going to get steamrolled. And right now, G2, they're getting steamrolled, 9-0. When will this stop? I won't say the dreaded words because I'm not going to curse this game, but maybe you will.
Legend has it, Hugo, that even mentioning the words, the situation, it is the curse in and of itself. So now that Hugo is kind of hinted towards what we dare not call it.
You're doing it and you're blaming it on me.
Now that he's done that, let's see if G2 immediately win a round.
No, yeah, what? This slander is unacceptable, and I will not have it. Not in my courtroom. I know nothing could possibly go wrong for ENCE.
It's another one of these slow rounds, right? We saw a lot of fast A plays early on, but in these last few, they've been a lot more patient with it. This time, maybe looking at a B play. They've got Diha making some noise out the front of main, and Hunter's scope is blocking his vision onto the ladder. Nico opens up with a kill to Doto, and so that bomb's coming back out towards A. Diha needs to get something from this top train position. Flashed off, has to drop down. There he is, capitalizing, dropping onto Jax. Hunter trying to peek over the top of this smoke, and now they know he's there. Couple of tags flying off. Diha very, very deep in towards the bomb train. They don't know that he's this deep in, and Diha trying to deliver, but it's left to Snappy. A 1 versus 3, turned 1v2, and Nico's gonna nail the shot.
Wow, Harry.
Who knew? G2 coming in with their first round right there, right there.
What have you done, Harry? I'll never let you forget it.
I told you, man, even insinuating that it's going to happen means it will not happen immediately.
Buy the ticket, take the ride, Harry. And these trains going nowhere fast. Although, finally pulling into the station are G2, finding their first. It was about time. Look, we want a competitive game, Harry. That's what we're here for. But Doto, well, he chooses death. Fast out main into the flashes. Jax looking to do more. He's stuck here on an island, but he's getting it done. Smoke on the pop. He doesn't need to worry about it. It's just those main fights that he's picking off. Player after player. How does he miss that one? Thought he finished the job. Alu comes in with a kill, but it's still a great hold for Jax. He does so much damage. Diha dinked early, coming out of main. And now trying to fight against Nico, who's fast on the AWP. Hunter, knife kill. Goodbye. And G2, they're starting to feel it now. They're warming in. All right. They've broken the money, Harry. You're definitely buying here if you're ENCE. You've still got the feeling of success on the tip of your tongue, but G2 now finally in the best place they've been all map.
Oh, Nico's one man's out. Jax has been dispatched to try and deal with him. Out through Ivy, calm a bunch of players, and Amanek and Jax get it under control. The Ivy play denied, and just kills all coming up blue on the scoreboard. G2 trying to roll over this fast A play, and they've done a good job. It's just Alu left while he is getting kills to make it close. Amanek at the back lines is going to rail that shot past him. And so G2 are up onto a third. Now finally all that money is gone. It is just an eco for ENCE. So from 9-0, G2 are trying to blaze a trail back into this game. And, you know, if they manage 6, you can recover that. I think. I don't think you'd be, you know, not thrilled with it exactly. I think this is already a very good T side for ENCE. But hell, man, considering we were on track to a 16-0 at one point, you'll take that kind of recovery.
Now the curse has been lifted, you can finally say the dreaded words, but yeah, we're no longer in our crosshairs. ENCE is going to call this B step early, player making noise. Only one though, so we won't see a full rotate. The rest were walking, ducking below what has been occasional spam by G2 in the box halls. And more nades, but very little damage this time around. Hunter's got a lineup for the window. See Team 1 do that an awful lot. They are a team definitely excited to check out in Group C, but for now, ENCE filing out upper, one by one, falling into the site on each other's heads. That's a good nade, and it will kill Diho. It won't stop the inevitable, though. Plant is in. Snappy does his best with the tech, and it will be a retake for G2. Finding 4, to be expected. That was a round based on the bomb plant, all ENCE really wanted. But yeah, they don't want to give G2 6, right? Because not only is that a menacing scoreline, especially if G2 win a pistol and convert it, but on top of that, G2 are going to have a lot more faith if they go 9-0 down and then win 6 in a row. So it's up to ENCE to stop that spark here and now and try and find double digits in their T side.
Yeah, even calling an attack timeout, right, to try and figure out how they can stop this momentum that G2 have started to pick up. This double AWP causing problems, right? If you remember, Amanek had a pretty slow start to this game. He was 0-5 down, now 6-7. He's starting to find his footing. Nico's been looking really good with his AWP as well. The fast A plays haven't been working. They haven't been given these B flanks as much as they've been used to. And everything's finally started to fall into place for G2. AWP on Alu. We might get to see this early head-to-head again. This time, a lot more attention given towards the B site early on. Maybe going to have players try to take the pop dog as well, with so many over towards B. Alu is holding for an upper peak that isn't going to arrive. And Snappy does get control of the pop dog. 2 set up back in Ivy. Alu has retrieved the bomb as well. They nade stack Amanek, they bring him down a little bit. So the bomb's now been retrieved and is back towards T main.
Oh. Timing on that peak for Jax. He wasn't in pop all round. The second he goes in, he gets naded. Trade some damage back though. Snappy avoiding wallbangs and more grenades. And ENCE hold off, go about their default and their day. Diho with a smoke up Ivy, giving him that room to take the top Ivy control. Clearing his corners is a must, but what lurks around both sides is not fun for him. Amanek and Jax with their eyes on this one. The rest of ENCE setting up around Pop and B, looking like a CT split. Can they get control of that spawn though? Spinks is moving in and they both in sync get headshots. Doesn't get much better than that. Forget the B play, guys. A is free as ENCE turn round and take this site. Oh, D has jumped. That's going to be heard. He's got to fall in. Hunter's trapped on the bomb site. Then Molly pushes him into Sphinx, but Diha dies in the meantime. Bomb coming out of Pop, and both players trapped in the connector with a smoke.
Oh, they try to go through. They have dealt with Sphinx. Alu has got his back, though, and trades that to the favor of ENCE.
Ooh,
for Nico, a 1v2, and he might dare to give a look in. Nothing's getting presented to Nico just yet. Half the time ticked off this bomb. Alu crossed back to Olaf. Nico's got to be ready for a gunfight right here, right now, because up in heaven as well, they can just peek on each other's contact. The bomb, still a problem, still ticking away. Nico not getting given any opportunity for kills, and he realizes now that the round is done.
Oh.
Missed shot from Alu. Nico not reacting. Trying to close the gap. They all died of the bomb. Like we all expected. 10-4. ENCE, they break the momentum that G2 have built up. And they reach double digits before this first half draws to a close.
Who needs AWP kills, right? When you got the bomb on your side. That won't change anything, sadly. It will actually affect ENCE more than it will G2. Like, G2 had more money. Nico could have lost his gun with nothing, and still everyone can rebuy on G2. So, yeah, ENCE maybe affects him a little bit more. You like, no AWP on Alu here, no util either. So actually, you know, that's a mega brain play for Nico. Whether he knew it or not, everyone dying. I mean, obviously, he's just clearing corners and he doesn't know where they are. And on train, when you fall back into those passive post plants and you pick good spots on that A site especially, there's very little, you know, G2 or any CT can do, for that matter, to find you. They've got to clear the corners themselves. And, you know, how are you going to clear both Olaf and Heaven? Like, those are two opposite sides of the site. So, impossible 1v2, but the damage is there, and look at the effect that's had on ENCE's economy for the last round of the half. They'll still be fine, but for a team that's throwing a lot of util, throwing a lot of lurk smokes up Ivy, this is going to limit your play. So maybe a faster approach. Alu catching that pop cross, lovely stuff with the spawn, and Jax is dead. Even though he was looking away from the flash, he never sees anything. Just back to spectating his teammates as ENCE Group B. This is a lovely call. Get a pick, Group B, you know it's weak.
Yeah, Nex is responsible for a hell of a lot here at the B site. The flash gets him off the angle. He will smoke the ramp, but they've already pushed through it. The molly slows them down, denies the site cross right away, and Nexa is doing a good job of buying time, keeping this 5-round dream alive for G2. Nico flakes back up to upper, and now even though the bomb plants come in, it's a very low HP Alu left to try and hold it off. Diha is sneaking in through the A bomb site to try and deny this, and actually it's the other way around rather. Alu is the man sneaking in through the A site. Now having a wrap back through upper. They are on the bomb, they're covering the ramp, and the round is over. Alu knows it, we know it. G2 up onto 5, but is that enough? It's a very convincing first half for ENCE. Maybe a little too easy for them.
They told me get one, so I got one. Stop saying you're a boss when you now one. You ain't sacrificed now, you ain't lost none. All over the gram like you got a bag. You ain't big dog, we ain't hear none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a
Hey Hey Future Pros, all aboard as we are back on train with another flash. This one is for PopDog and should blind or push any CTs away from the area. First step is to wiggle yourself into this corner, then crouch down and aim along this vent. Use mouse 2 on your RGB high DPI gaming mouse, and whoever is playing inside of Pop will not be having a good time.
Easy.
Is that how you think it goes?
No.
Because then they say like "oopla shupla" and I don't know the words. I think that's good enough though.
10-5 at the half. Welcome back. Sorry, you caught me singing, and it's easy.
Did we? That was so candid.
Yeah, so candid. I even waited until the timer ended before I started.
Unfortunate. Oh, look at this! Oh, the push down through Ivy, and it's Spinks and Doto starting off another big pistol round for ENCE. Ew, Spinks is just the USP king. That's the vibe we're getting. Sure. Look at this aggro from him. Trying to get stuck in, trying to play a bit of an off angle, hiding in amongst the litter. It's Spinks. Next is wrapped around through Ivy and helps take some of the pressure off. Doto is here to get the attention, get them fixated on his position. Oh, there's more where that came from, but Spinks, he's so good with the pistols. He's so good with the pistols.
I thought they were at least going to bait them in, right? He's not going to wide swing that. Just wait for them to come to you, but no. He kills everyone. And there's more frags to be had. Nexa. 2 already, right? Don't count Nexa. He's a bit of a feisty one as well.
Daddy Spinks has got it all under control, swinging in at the end. 4 in the pistol, and it might have been another ace if Doto wasn't there to help him out.
Yeah, Doto. All right.
Man. Spinks, 20 and 10. Another big pistol. That's 9 kills from him in the pistol rounds. 9.
Yeah. That's almost all of them, Harry.
That's almost all of them. Hugo's crunched the numbers.
Yeah. This Abacus is really helpful. Actually.
Yeah, man. I was doubtful when they sent it over, but...
No. Fantastic stuff. 11-5, and G2, any hope of a comeback now is starting to dwindle, starting to diminish. Sphinx has made it to Pop. And no upgrades here for G2, just P250s, a couple of them. And that's sadly the right call. Very little that you can do about this inevitable 12th round victory. Even forcing would limit your rifle rounds here, and this is not a map where you're going to get a lot done, especially on those T4 spies, right? Other than running B, going for a plant, but then you often just fall apart in the post-plant to retaking players. If anything, this would have been the round to do it. There's no kit, limited util for ENCE, but obviously G2 don't know any of these deets. So they're going to group up, probably just run it into B. And so already prepared for that inevitability. Not only the flank available in PopDog that G2 have yet to clear, but also 2 inside of the B site. Snappy committed to the cause. You always need one dedicated man, and he will die with his ship or go down with it. Maybe he'll be able to swim from the wreckage, but right now the rest of G2 are about to pour in through upper.
Alu's going to be here to whittle them down with the FAMAS from a range, and then Snappy pouncing out from inside the site. Alu's been glocked by Amanek, it would appear, and the P2 is taking down the next man. Nexa would love a bomb plant, but he's getting wrapped from here, there, and everywhere. That's just one too many places.
How does Halu die? I don't even get it. Like,
Glocks, man, OP. Everyone's been saying it for a long while now.
Yeah, Glock meta, man. That's why I run it every, first round of the T side, like without fail. Like, no, obviously, you drop me a P250, but yeah, Hunter was waiting on the pop flank there on a grimy off angle. Sphinx came up with the SMG, still killed him. So, feeling it, safe to say. 12-5. Here's the Krieg for Nico. He pulled out some ferocious tap work yesterday. Not really using the Krieg when it was meta, but now the fire rate is destroyed beyond recovery. Spraying is pointless. It's a waste of your time and energy. Well, Nico knows that he can get quick shots off with it. and he's been putting it to good use. But right now, ENCE armed with Augs. Flash falls short. Nexa moves up the Ivy, though. He could go through this smoke. There's no one on the other side. Dota's going to peek him, though, and that is a Dota peek right there. Nade comes in, and Amanek is still here with the bomb as well. Flash is good. Oh, he doesn't clear the corner. He has no idea. That is unfortunate, but great recovery from G2. Now they have the B site, and they've got Ivy. Sphinx has come up pop again on this flank, and now B's been cleared out. Snappy's got the kill. 2 players left up. This was supposed to be a B split. G2 lose all their control. For crying out loud, they've even backed out of Ivy. So ENCE have everything and then some. Nico needs some of those taps we were talking about.
Yeah, more than some. Nico has got to really do it all. Some heavy lifting needed here. Sphinx is available to come in on a ludicrously fast flank as well once G2 have got this information. But there is Nico delivering us the first of many taps he's going to need to land with this Krieg. Trying to spy even more players in towards the A site. While this is happening, Amanek is now trying to progress out of Ivy with this bomb. If the bomb is lost, if the bomb is cut loose, then this could reach an unfortunate conclusion. And now with 15 seconds, Nico, while he's landed some stellar shots here to begin this round, it might be too little too late. A 1v2, the bomb not in his control, and there's that Sphinx flank that we talk about. ENCE are up to 13, the money is gone again for G2, and this could be a very dominant game of Train. But with no money left, G2 likely just partial buying into this round.
Sphinx can do it all, pushing him first off, a flash is coming in on late flanks to close rounds. We've seen everything from this guy so far, so yeah, ENCE. Nothing to be ashamed of right now. They've got to be feeling feisty. 13-5. More pistols for G2. Does it scream a B play? Maybe. Very limited util. They've got that molly even for the post plant, but you know with 5 guns and should have a smoke later in the round. This is always a telegraphed A take, right? And ENCE already know it. One smoke lands on the A site and no one comes out main. ENCE go, well, they're going B. And so they start to throw bodies at the bomb site. Alu coming in on that rotate. D has close in con as well. And G2 waiting behind this smoke, giving it a bit of patience. At this point, you know that ENCE are going to have numbers here. But on that Glock round, they got past both B players. They just couldn't get the plant in time. So maybe, just maybe, these Deagles, these techs, can do something naughty.
Oh, here's the push. Alu with the first. They go ahead of the smoke. The nade now could follow up with some big damage as well. Doesn't need to. Snappy's already beat the man up close. There will be a bomb plant here at the very, very least, right? That's locked in thanks to Nexa again.
It's a good round then.
And so that's what you were hoping for if you're G2 there, right? You were playing around the idea of getting that bomb down. And you did. So in that sense, it's a victory. But now you need to begin this 9-round, streak to tie the game up at 14-14 and then continue winning all the way to the finish line. So
why not only 9, Harry? Just
you could go all the way to 11, right? And then world's your oyster. You're moving on to a second map with this one under your belt, but that is very unlikely is the point I'm trying to make here. It's a pretty rough spot for G2 to be in. They've got this investment, Nico donning the AWP as well. And if we're able to see us head-to-head with Alu or anyone else for that matter on like a nice aggro peak, maybe you can start G2 off with the ball rolling here to begin what could be one of their only T-side buy rounds.
Just throwing flashes though. Amanek's gotten out of main and they don't know about it. Sphinx reacts very quickly. Not a player I'd want to be peeking into in this game. Feeling it. Hunter gets down, pops silently. Nico's holding for an Ivy push that is yet to come through. ENCE, in fact, conceded that position with a third B rotate. Surely Dota's going to go back. Things are being quite loud on that A side right now. Molly's thrown out of main. G2 just smoked off, can't commit yet. Still looking for those kills. And they're going to get given opportunities. ENCE seem very hungry to peek in. But as I say that, but they peel right back. There's the swing from Diha on top of the train, and he catches Jax getting out of main. ENCE now wait for the commitment. Sphinx has pop on lock. Nico still needs that pick. Nothing being given. Hunter gets something. There's Diha falling off into his weight. And now G2 might just group into B. Not really got a lot else to show. Could be pop instead, right? Nico's still committed, but no kills are being gifted. And it's a 2-2 setup right now for ENCE. Does leave a lot of angles open on A, right? With 2 players, you can cover all of B, but we've got to play timings on this outer site. However, his timings will be favorable as G2 will be walking into B setup. Hunter given the orb, not a common turn of events, but low HP does make sense. And now falling down the ramp. Alu, oh, they were all over the place. He couldn't hit the shot. The nade could do some damage, and it follows up with Snappy finding some spray. Orb dropping Hunter. No time for Nexa. He needs to kill and a plant, and now no time to wait. Spinks closes and ends 15-5. Get him out of here.
Who, get ENCE out of here?
No.
Why would I do that? They're winning. What, are you not entertained, Hugo?
Oh, I'm entertained.
Are you not entertained? Let's get it, man. Look at this. ENCE 15-5 in G2. And Spinks is like man of the hour, 27 and 10.
I'm glad you called him Spanks on like round one, because he really lived up to that.
Yeah. I mean, you just know he's going to. Maybe a fast aid play here for G2. Throw it at ENCE, see if they can handle the change in pace. And right now, it's not looking like it's testing them too much. Spinks is lighting them up. He gets cut down just shy of 30 kills in this map in what could be the last round. It's looking like it. Nexa all alone again, left in another impossible clutch, and it's proving too much to bear. They're all around him, and there he is, cancelled out. ENCE, they get this map. They go 1-0 up in the series. G2 now gonna have to try and bounce back on their map pick. Can they do it? Or is this too easy for ENCE? Join us after the break to find out.